Hey everybody, I'm Isaac.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Zach.
And we're Hanson.
You are on BestFan.com.
On this episode of Best Fan TV, we sent out our correspondent Rebecca to interview Hanson. They talk about their tour across Canada, their 5th studio record, Shout It Out, and how they attempt to balance their crazy lives.
What's up, guys? I'm Rebecca Amare with BestFan, and I'm here with Hanson. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, glad to be here.
First major tour across Canada, Shout It Out tour.
Yeah.
How's that going? Tell me about it.
Well, it's great, you know. Normally, we'd only done, Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal kind of things, but this is actually, kind of going up to Thunder Bay and
Kelowna and
North Bay.
We actually saw Canada. We've always had great shows in Canada, always had amazing responses. And this whole tour, it was a loud crowds. Like we've been all over the world on this album. And Canada definitely ranks up there in audience fervor.
Yes.
Canada loves you guys. They love you guys.
I'm picturing a person named Canada, and they're just like,
My friend Canada loves you. Wait, what?
a really large person.
Yeah.
Okay, so describe this new record, Shout It Out.
Well, Shout It Out is our 5th studio record, and I think it appropriately just continues on, the next chapter in what we do. It really highlights those influences more than any other record. I think you hear it in the way we played. A lot of the record was recorded live off the floor with all of us playing together, sort of in one take.
Yeah.
A lot of the guitar players that we grew up listening to are more akin to the style that's of guitar on this album, which is a little bit more of a funk part, a lick or a hook, or as opposed to like a big electric power chord.
Right.
Here we go.
There are definitely in going to some of those more R&B influenced records and style of playing, and most of those R&B records are more keyboard driven and more groove driven than they are guitar driven.
Our next album is going to be a drum album.
Exactly.
All drums.
Okay, but just vocals and beats. So basically, it's going to be an R&B album.
Rap.
Yeah.
Zach's going to be rapping a lot.
How do you guys break it up? Who writes more? Who likes to do the business side of it more?
I don't know. Everybody has their different roles, but it's never really been well defined. We've been a band this year. We've been a band for 20 years, and so at this point, I think it's just natural. So the process is there's not a lot of thought into it. You just sort of do it. You just sort of know the role you're playing, and it changes depending on the song, depending on the album, depending on one guy's having a bad day, and so somebody else sort of steps in and fills that role a little more. I think it's about being more fluid than anything,
Right.
And sort of learning each other and knowing when the right time to take the wheel is.
I think Taylor has the most patience for the painful grind of the studio process sometimes.
Okay.
And Taylor and Zach and I think I'm kind of more of a tinkerer in general, and we'll have a tendency to just spend.
Can we just try this rabbit hole?
Right, exactly.
I may not come out of this rabbit hole.
Just like
I'd be found a really cool sound.
So you run your own label.
Yes.
You write your own music.
Yeah.
You have families, you have babies and
Yeah,
wives.
Yeah.
When do you sleep?
We don't.
We don't. We very seldom.
I think
sleep.
the thing that gives us an advantage over other humans is we're androids.
Time management is really challenging and potentially very stressful.
Somebody asked, where's the balance? And I think
we
the key
said,
with that is
I don't know.
there's no balance. Life is not balanced. It's a sort of feeding frenzy for the time for things you want to be doing, and you just gotta fight for it.
Yeah. So if people want to check out your stuff, where can they go?
Well, the best place to go is probably Hanson.net. That's our website. All concert dates and album releases and sort of everything we're doing is always up there. There's Facebook and Twitter's Hanson Music, so come find us.
Exactly.
So for more exclusive interviews with your favorite artists, check out www.bestfan.com. I'm Rebecca Amare here with Hanson. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Take care.